There comes a point in every person's life when excuses stop working, a moment when the blindfold falls off and you finally see how much of your struggle is not caused by fate, luck, or circumstances, but by your own disorder. This is the moment when truth hits you harder than failure ever could, because deep inside you know you were created for more. Your dreams are not random, your goals are not illusions. They are signals, constant reminders that there is a next level waiting for you, but that next level cannot be reached with a chaotic life. Chaos is not harmless. It is a slow poison that kills potential one day at a time. The clutter on your desk, the scattered goals in your mind, the endless, pointless distractions, they may look small, but together they steal the strongest parts of you. They drain your energy, your clarity, your discipline, and your future. The world doesn't reward people with good intentions. It rewards people who can execute their intentions with precision and structure. If you are constantly overwhelmed, constantly confused, constantly chasing tasks instead of completing them, then understand this: it is not because you are weak. It is because your life is unorganized. Even the strongest person collapses under disorder. Even the most talented fails without system. You cannot rise while your mind is drowning in chaos. You cannot build a great life when your habits sabotage your growth. The truth is simple yet painful. Disorganized people remain dreamers, while organized people become achievers, and the gap between the two is not talent. It is control. Your environment reflects your inner world. When your surroundings are noisy, messy, uncontrolled, your thoughts follow the same pattern. When your days are unplanned, your mind becomes scattered, and when your mind is scattered, your destiny becomes delayed. But here is the good news: disorder is not permanent. Confusion is not a life sentence. You can rebuild your discipline. You can reinvent your habits. You can design a powerful, structured life, one decision at a time. Your transformation begins with the simplest act: taking responsibility, not blaming the world, not blaming circumstances, not blaming lack of time, but looking in the mirror and admitting, my life is not where it should be because I have not built the system that success requires. That honesty will save you, because once you accept responsibility, you regain control. You stop reacting and start directing. You stop surviving and start rising. This is your awakening. Your life will not change by accident. It will change when you force order into your days, clarity into your mind, and discipline into every step you take. This is the moment you decide. Chaos will no longer rule your life. You will. Most people underestimate the power of order. They think organization is about cleaning rooms or writing neat lists, but in reality, order is the foundation of power. Every great empire, every successful company, every legendary achiever, every disciplined leader, each one began with structure. Not talent, not luck. Structure. When your life is organized, everything becomes sharper. Your thoughts deepen, your decisions strengthen, your energy multiplies. You begin to operate with intention instead of impulse. The difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary life is not opportunity, it's structure. A disorganized life creates a weak mind, and a weak mind cannot build a strong future. When your day is filled with scattered tasks, distractions, and meaningless activity, your mind becomes a battlefield where dreams are slaughtered by confusion. You cannot focus when everything around you is pulling you in different directions. You cannot grow when your time is consumed by chaos, but when you create order, even small order, you take back control. When you plan your day before it begins, something shifts inside you. Your mind starts aligning with your goals. You stop guessing and start executing. You stop reacting and start leading. That is the power of structure. It removes the noise and exposes the path. Your potential is not the problem. Your lack of order is. You must understand, success breathes in clarity, success dies in chaos. Every time you choose order over disorder, you elevate your strength. Every time you build routine instead of relying on motivation, you sharpen your edge. Motivation will fail you, emotion will betray you, but structure will carry you when nothing else can. Order does not limit you. It frees you. It frees your mind from confusion. It frees your time from waste. It frees your energy from distraction. People think freedom means doing whatever they want, but true freedom is the ability to focus on what matters without being dragged down by the clutter of life. When your time is controlled, when your environment is clean, when your goals are clear, you move with confidence, speed, and power. Chaos slows life down, order speeds life up. Most people are tired not because they work too much, but because they work without structure. They spend energy on everything except what actually matters. You cannot build a legacy with a scattered mind. You cannot reach greatness with a disorganized life. You need a system, a mission, a routine, a structure. When you create order, you create momentum, and momentum turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. Order is not optional. It is essential. Without it, potential stays hidden. With it, your destiny becomes inevitable. Discipline is the engine that drives every great life. It is the silent force behind every achievement, every victory, every transformation. Without discipline, even the most talented person stays average. With discipline, even the most ordinary person becomes extraordinary. Motivation is temporary, inspiration fades, excitement dies, but discipline remains. Discipline means doing what must be done even when you don't feel like doing it. That is where power is built, not in easy moments, but in difficult ones. The world doesn't reward people who work only when they feel inspired. It rewards those who show up regardless of emotion. Anyone can act when they feel good. But true strength appears when you act without feeling like it. When your body is tired, your mind is heavy, and your emotions are empty. Yet you still move forward. That is when you grow into someone unstoppable. Discipline is not punishment. It is preparation. Every difficult moment you push through prepares you for greatness. It teaches you that you don't need to feel strong to be strong. You simply need to act. A disciplined person does not rely on mood. They rely on commitment. They wake up when they said they would. They follow the plan they created. They honor their goals even when nobody is watching. This builds self-respect. And self-respect creates confidence, and confidence leads to mastery. The person who keeps promises to themselves becomes powerful. The person who breaks promises to themselves becomes weak. You must understand, discipline is freedom disguised as restriction. It looks strict, but it liberates you from laziness, chaos, and wasted time. It gives you control over your life, your habits, your outcomes. There are two versions of you, the weak one who wants comfort, and the strong one who wants growth. Every decision strengthens one and weakens the other. Discipline trains your mind to obey you, not your emotions. It teaches you to rise when it is easier to remain still. It makes you unstoppable because you learn to act from purpose, not from feeling. Most people lose not because they lack ability, but because they lack consistency. They quit when it gets uncomfortable. They stop when motivation drops. They surrender when the emotion fades, but discipline keeps you moving. Greatness is not built in extreme moments, but in consistent actions repeated over time. Small daily discipline leads to massive long-term transformation. If you want to change your life, don't wait for motivation. Build discipline, build habits, build structure, because discipline isn't just part of success, discipline is success. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever own. It cannot be paused, rewound, or replaced. Once a second passes, it is gone forever, and the harsh reality is this: every minute wasted in disorder is a piece of your destiny lost. Most people do not lose because they lack potential. They lose because they waste time, they scroll when they should build, they delay when they should act, they rearrange small tasks instead of attacking their priorities. Disorder is a silent thief. It doesn't steal years all at once. It steals seconds, then minutes, then hours. Until you wake up wondering why your life hasn't changed, you must face the truth. Every minute you live without structure is a minute stolen from your future. Your dreams are waiting for you, but they cannot survive procrastination. They cannot grow in confusion. They cannot bloom in clutter. You must learn to value your time the way successful people do, not emotionally, but strategically. The successful don't have more hours, they have more order. They use their minutes like soldiers, each one sent into battle with purpose. They don't let time drift away. They command it, they master it, they protect it like a treasure, but the disorganized waste time because they lack direction. They live in reaction mode, responding to distractions, chasing urgency, drowning in chaos. They confuse being busy with being productive, and in the end they remain stuck. Time is not kind. It rewards those who respect it and punishes those who don't. If you don't discipline your time will discipline you. With regret, look at your life. How many opportunities slipped away because you weren't prepared? How many goals were postponed because you didn't create structure? How many dreams died because you didn't schedule the actions required to achieve them? Success moves fast. It doesn't wait for the unorganized. If you are not ready, it passes you by. But here's the powerful part: every minute you invest in organizing your life multiplies. Every minute you plan sharpens your focus. Every minute you prioritize strengthens your growth. Time becomes a weapon in your hands instead of a burden on your shoulders. Your future will be shaped by how you spend your hours today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Time is your greatest asset. Respect it, guard it, direct it, because when you master your minutes, you master your destiny. Your environment is not just physical, it is psychological. The space you live in, the room you work in, the desk you use, the chaos around you, each one silently shapes your mind. A cluttered environment creates a cluttered mind. A messy space creates scattered thoughts. A disorganized life feeds confusion into your spirit. Your surroundings speak before you do, and right now, your environment may be telling your mind that you are not in control. You cannot expect clarity when you live in noise. You cannot expect focus when everything around you distracts your attention. You cannot expect discipline when your environment constantly tempts you to be lazy. When you clean your space, you clean your mind. When you remove clutter, you remove mental noise. When you organize your surroundings, you create internal order. Cleaning is not a small act. It is psychological warfare against chaos. Every object out of place is a demand for attention. Every pile of clutter is a reminder of unfinished work. Every messy environment drains your energy even if you don't realize it. You are carrying the weight of disorder everywhere you go. But when you take control of your space, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes calmer, your focus sharpens, your stress drops, your environment begins to support your goals rather than sabotage them. Great thinkers understood this, great leaders lived by it, great creators protected their environment from chaos. Because they knew your surroundings either elevate your potential or suffocate it. Start simple, clear your desk, organize your room, create a clean, focused space for your mind to grow. Do it not because it looks nice, but because it builds momentum. One organized corner leads to one organized habit. One organized habit leads to one organized day. One organized day becomes a life of clarity. A structured environment creates a structured mind, and a structured mind creates a powerful life. Clean your space, control your environment, command your destiny. Every journey toward discipline and order begins with resistance. Your emotions will fight you, your habits will resist change, your comfort zone will whisper lies. Your mind will look for reasons to delay, avoid, escape. This internal resistance is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are entering a new level of growth. The hardest battle you will ever fight is the battle against yourself. You are not fighting the world. You are fighting your own excuses, your own impulses, your own comfort. That is why you must become stronger than your emotions. Your emotions want comfort. Your purpose wants order. Your goals want discipline. You must choose which voice wins. Every time you push through resistance, you grow. Every time you follow structure instead of impulse, you build strength. Every time you act despite discomfort, you sharpen your identity. Discipline is built in micro decisions. The small choices you make every day decide the future you build. The voice inside your head that says "not now" is the same voice that has delayed your life for years. You silence it not by arguing, but by acting. Action destroys excuses. Action creates identity. Action transforms you from someone who wishes into someone who executes. Comfort destroys more dreams than failure ever could. Comfort feels safe but kills progress. Comfort feels warm but freezes potential. Comfort feels easy but steals destiny. Choose struggle over softness. Choose growth over convenience. Choose order over chaos. Because every time you choose the harder path, you become harder to break. You begin to trust yourself and self. Trust is the foundation of greatness. Your mind is waiting for proof that you can lead it. Give it that proof, give it that discipline, give it that structure. You are stronger than your habits, stronger than your excuses, stronger than your resistance. Rise above the old version of yourself. Because the life you want requires a stronger you. Everything you want in life, success, clarity, confidence, peace, strength, begins with order, not passion, not motivation. Order. When your life is organized, your mind becomes powerful. When your mind is powerful, your actions become unstoppable. And when your actions become unstoppable, your future becomes inevitable. This is your moment, your turning point, your decision to transform chaos into control. You must become the architect of your life, not a spectator. You must build habits that align with your mission. You must discipline your hours as if they were gold. Because they are, you must protect your focus like a treasure. You must design your future intentionally, not accidentally. No more drifting, no more delaying, no more living in confusion. You are stepping into a new identity, the identity of someone who leads their life with clarity, precision, and purpose. Organize your thoughts, organize your space, organize your habits, organize your time. Build a system so strong that failure becomes difficult. Build routines so powerful that chaos cannot touch your life. Build discipline so deep that emotions cannot destroy your mission. Your life is waiting for structure. Your destiny is waiting for direction. Your greatness is waiting for discipline. From this moment forward, you don't live by accident. You live by design. You don't move randomly. You move with purpose. You don't hope for success. You build it through consistent order. Chaos destroys, order multiplies, discipline transforms, structure elevates. This is the truth of greatness. When you organize your life, you unleash your power. When you unleash your power, you transform your destiny. Your rise begins now. Stand up, take control, create order, and become the unstoppable force you were meant to be.